friends, Amanda here. Welcome back to Handmade Not Hallmark. Today I've got this fun rainbow dinosaur card featuring some really fun products from Mama Elephant, Simon Says Stamp, and Lawn Fawn. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. The first thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to get my background completed so I had an opportunity to dry while I worked on some other elements of the card. I'm going in with this star stencil from Simon Says Stamp and some craft cardstock. I wanted to go with a slimline card. I haven't done one in a long time, and I really felt that my greeting fit better on a slimline than it would a regular A2 size card. And I really wanted to use this stencil. I got it a while back and I haven't had an opportunity to use it, so I felt like this was a really good way to incorporate that in my card. I'm going to start with my Oxide inks, and I'm just going in rainbow order here. And I really like the look of Oxides on top of Craft. I really think that the colors shine on it and it just kind of gives it a new unique look. So I'm going to go through and do all my ink blending here. I'm going to speed this process up. I wish I could ink blend this fast, but with the magic of movie editing, I can ink blend as fast as I like. So again, I'm just going with the rainbow order back and forth here, and I'll make sure I have all of the colors that I used listed down in the description. And I really love the way that this turned out, and I also wanted to add some glitter paste on top because you can't ever go wrong with glitter. So I let that sit off to dry for just a little while before I added my glitter paste. I'm using the Hero Arts glitter paste. I've used this in a couple of videos, and I really like the shine that you get on it, and it was really easy to line the stencil back up. No issues whatsoever, and you don't have to worry too much about the ink coming up. I mean, you do a little bit, but the glitter paste is translucent, so it won't like change the color. It just kind of flows with it. So it's almost like the glitter changes color, but in a good way. You just don't want to put that glitter back into your pot because it could contaminate any other glitter that you might use later. And I just went in with this spatula, and you can see here that I did put that back in there, and don't do me. Wipe it all off, and you want to take this and you want to clean it immediately because this stuff will dry hard like a rock. You want to make sure that it's nice and clean. And then I did put some press and seal on top of this afterwards, after I was all finished for the day. And I just love the shine that you get with this. It is so cute. I love it a lot. I had a little bit of kind of paste got under the stencil, but I wasn't too worried about it. That area would be covered up later in the end. So I'm gonna just clean up the edges here, and I'm going to let that set off to the side to dry completely before I do any other assembling of my card. And I'm going to go get my stencil all washed off and my space all clean, and we can get into the coloring. I stamped my little dinosaurs that I wanted to use from the Mama Elephant Little Dino Agenda. And I stamped them down on some Simon Says cardstock, and I'm going to be using some of my Copic markers. So I used a Copic friendly ink. And this is real time when it comes to me coloring with Copics. I recently, not since I got back into card making, but even before that, I always struggle with Copics. I either oversaturated the ink or I didn't like the color combination. So this is real time on how I color. I don't color like super fast, and I don't follow any Copic rules. That's probably why I struggle, but this is how fast I color. So I'm going to speed it up, put on some music, and I will get back to you as soon as we're all done. once I was all finished with my coloring, I went in with my white Jelly Roll pen and added some highlight or dot details to my little dinosaurs just to give them some character. You don't have to do this, you could leave it out. I didn't want to go in with like the line highlights that I've done in the past. I felt like the dots kind of went with like the dinosaur scales or something, but I really thought it was cute and it turned out really great. And I also went in with a Stardust glitter pen and added some, glitter to the dinosaurs, because why not? It made them really cute and they're so adorable. I love these dinosaurs so much. And then I used the coordinating dies to cut all of these out, and then we can work on the greeting portion of the card. And I just love how cute these are. These would be so cute as like magnets or little, I just think they'd be cute as magnets. I could have little dinosaurs all over my fridge. I would be okay with that. So here you can see that I've already pre-cut my greeting here. It says Roarsome, and I stacked it up 3 layers of cardstock, so nothing new here. It's my typical when it comes to word die cuts. And I wanted to add some color to them, so I'm just doing kind of like a gradient with the same colors I used on the stars. I'm not re-inking the blending brushes. I'm just using the ink that's on there, and I'm just adding a little bit of color to them. You could leave them white, but I wanted it to be really rainbowy and have lots of color on here. So I'm just going through and adding the color from the bottom and fading it up to white. And again, I'm not re-inking anything. I'm just using what is left on the little blending brushes. And I use the Henry's ABCs from Lawn Fawn for my letters. And again, I just stacked up 3 layers of cardstock. It's my go-to when it comes to word dies and things of that nature. And you can see how pretty that looks. Roarsome. I love it. So cute. So I'm going to get that set off to the side, and we're almost done getting all of our elements ready to go for our card. And I did cut out some black cardstock to do kind of a matte behind my star rainbow piece. This ended up being like the next day I finished this card because I got distracted and I didn't get an opportunity to get it finished. So the next day I went in and finished the card. I've been trying to use up my other glues because I have so many and I don't want them to dry out and be ruined, because then that's just a waste. So I've been trying to get my other glues used up so I don't have to keep using the Barely Arts. There's nothing wrong with the Barely Arts. It's just I need to use up the ones that I have as well. So I just used some Tombow Mono here to adhere this piece down to that black matte. And I loved using the black matte. I felt like it really made those colors pop, really gave it some nice interest. And then I also cut out black letters to go make like a shadow behind the white letters, just again to make them stand out a little bit. You can definitely leave that step out, but I just took the letters and did one piece of black cardstock and took the colored piece over top and then just slid it a little bit to give it like a drop shadow. I really like doing this. I think it really gives some interest and just a fun look. You don't have to do this. You could definitely leave it out. So I'm going to go through and do that with all of my letters. Once I have all of those done, I can get this piece adhered to my card base. And this is just a slimline card base cut out of some Simon Says 110-pound cardstock. And it's cut to 7.5 or 7 by 8.5. Sorry, so it's 7 by 8.5, and then I scored it at 3.5 to get that slimline card base. So I'm going to get that adhered down, hold it down with some acrylic blocks while I work on my little secondary sentiments. And I wanted it to say, have a roarsome day. So you could either use this as a birthday card, because I left the inside blank, and so you could either use it as a birthday card or a hey, just thinking of you kind of card. So I wanted to keep it kind of generic. So I have some greetings from a Lawn Fawn set, and it had the perfect lettering for this. It says, I think it says like have an amazing or absolutely. I think it's from one of their fall sets. And I'm just taping off the area that I don't want that particular greeting. Now you could cut it, but I don't really like to cut my stamps, especially when they're nice long greetings like this that all go together. So I just taped off the area that I didn't want to get inked up. I prepped my black piece of cardstock because I'm going to do some heat embossing. And it says, wishing you, and then it's going to say, roarsome day. So, and I'm going in with some Brutus Monroe Alabaster White embossing powder. And get all of that. And I'm just going to cut this apart with my little paper trimmer once I have it all heated up and melted, ready to go. Now that I have all of my elements ready to go for my card, it's time to assemble. And again, you guys know this is my favorite part of crafting, is whenever you have your idea comes together and you can start putting it in place, and the whole idea comes together. And I just love that roarsome. It is so super cute. And I love these Henry's ABCs. They're probably my favorite alphabet die, especially for like quirky kind of cards like this. Now I have another set that's a little bit more plain and generic, but I tend to use this one more when it comes to like kind of fun and quirky kind of cards. I think this would be really great for a kid's card. And I'm just going to adhere my letters down with that Barely Artist adhesive. And we'll get all of that adhered. And I love the way that this turned out. It's very bright and cheerful, unlike the weather we've had over the past week and a half, almost 2 weeks. It's been nothing but rain and snow showers. So I don't know if you can hear the rain in the background or not, but it has been raining for days and it is driving me crazy. Thankfully, this weekend it's supposed to warm up. Hopefully we're going to finally get some May weather. I know we just started May, but we haven't had good weather at all for spring. So this bright, cheerful card kind of just brightens your day and makes you feel better than looking outside at all the doom and gloom with the rain and no sunshine. So hopefully you guys are having better weather than I am here in central Pennsylvania, because it's miserable. Next, I'm going to get my my little die cut greetings here, or my embossed greetings, and I'm just popping those up with some foam strips. These are not from Derice. I believe these ones are from Scrapbook Adhesives. They work just as good as the Derice ones that they discontinued, and I really like them a lot. So just going to attach that to the top of the R and the A, wishing you a roarsome day. And I love the way that that turned out. And now we can get our little dinosaurs and get those adhered. And I didn't want to put like the red one with the red and the orange with the orange. I wanted to kind of spread them out a little bit. I think my favorite is a little blue Stegosaurus, but I love the little red T-Rex too. So, I mean, I guess I love all of them, but I could color these all day. I think I'm definitely going to try to do magnets. I know I've done magnets in the past, and I've mentioned that in a couple of videos. So I think I might do a video on how I create magnets out of images, because I have a ton of them on my fridge currently of all the different things that I've made and then I've turned into magnets instead of cards. So it's a really fun idea. Going to use a little bit of foam squares to attach my dinosaurs, just to pop them up. My little boy loved these dinosaurs. He kept asking me to color him his own so that he had a bunch of his own dinosaurs. Sorry about all the noise outside, but the weather is just miserable. I couldn't decide on where I wanted these guys. I flipped them around quite a bit because I didn't want to have because some of them are facing different directions. It probably doesn't matter, but I was just being kind of picky about it. I didn't want to have all the dinosaurs facing one direction and some dinosaurs facing the other. It was weird. My brain was processing it in a really weird way. But in the end, I was happy with the way that I had them adhered. Get the last two adhered down here. And I can't believe that we're in May already, and I have so many things that I want to get done. I know I've got some Mother Day cards I want to do, and get ready for the summer. Super excited for that. Get our little yellow guy adhered down here. And there we've got all of our dinosaurs. Super cute. Love it so much. Next, I'm going to go in with some silver star sequins to add a little bit more shine and stars to my background. These are probably one of my favorite embellishments that I have, that I use a lot. I think iridescent ones would look pretty too. They would kind of go with the look of the iridescent stars in the background. But I really wanted to use these silver ones because they really do shine when the light hits them. And I really felt like it went with the kind of the aesthetic of the card. I'll get those attached. Then I'm going to go in with my Wink of Stella glitter brush pen and add a little bit of shine to the wishing you and day, and a little bit to the dinosaurs because I've already added this much shine and sparkle. I might as well add a little bit more to the dinosaurs. Why not? And then the final thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my black Sakura Jelly Roll pen and add little highlights to their eyes. And that will finish up this card for today. I really hope you enjoyed this fun rainbow dinosaur card featuring some of my favorite stamp companies. And I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider hitting the like button as well as the subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos here at my YouTube channel. I really appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See ya. On screen, I've got a few videos that I think you'll enjoy. Consider hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more videos at my YouTube channel.